Truth is, but why are we surprised that it transpired this way?
Yo, what up, guys? So on today's news, we're going to be talking about what has been happening in Nigeria, talking about the aviation matters from on the 6th of August up until today. And today, finally, we got to a conclusion, guys. And I'm going to be showing you and also reading for you what the conclusion was towards the lady, Miss Comfort Emmanson, and also, of course, K1. So if this is also the first time you're seeing this channel, guys, do not forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and of course turn on your notification for our next video. You all know that a lot of people came out and they were actually speaking on behalf of this girl, and you know, a lot of people were bringing out evidence on how that woman, the air hostess, have been actually unruling on that particular flight. A lot of people brought out their evidences and people were talking, and this particular guy came out and he was like, he was in that plane, and everything that was said about that girl was what this Ibom Air people wanted us to see actually, because if he was the person in that girl's shoes, that what the girl did was 10% of what he would have done.
Alright, so good news. Festus Keyamo, the Minister of Aviation, have told Ibom Air to withdraw their suits against the girl's unruly behavior, and further told the Inspector General of Police to release that girl from Kirikiri. So shout out to Festus Keyamo. But again, I started seeing one particular voice note trending. According to the voice notes, this person claimed to be on that plane. So he explained another side of the story that a lot of us may not know about. So let me play it.
How's the family? I wanted to drop a message at your Facebook. I actually dropped a message on your Facebook regarding to this Ibom Air flight saga. But I just noticed that I could actually send a message to this your WhatsApp number. I don't know if it's the right one to do, but let me just say something in regards to this air flight stuff. Honestly speaking, that lady did not do up to 10% of what I would have done if I were in her shoes. I don't want to elongate the matter. I'll just give you direct to the point where the truth is those people posted what they want everybody to see. They posted the narrative, like they created and painted the narrative that they want people to see, so people could actually pity them, or they could, I don't know how to put it. So you grab this lady was not insultive, she was not rude, she was not, like, I don't even know the word to put. The whole issue started from the air hostess. That lady is power drunk. If there's anything like that, that is the word I can use right now. That lady is power drunk. Like, she's all this kind of Nigerian elders that want everything they say to be done the way they said it, how they want it, when they want it. Because tell me the reason you went to meet somebody. Mind the way I was on the flight. How do you go and meet somebody and say, "Hey, off your phone"? And the person's like, sorry, my phone is on flight mode. I'm actually just scrolling through my videos and editing videos. And the next thing you could raise your voice is, all these useless children, all these people with no respect. Do I look like your mate? Do I do this? Do I do that? And the lady is still come and telling you, but I've told you I've off it. The lady's even trying to show you, took the phone, smashed it on the floor. Excuse me. She kept quiet. Now, on coming down, okay, from floor to when you run abuses on her, people are even trying to tell you, madam, you don't do it. They tell the story that they won't bring the plane down. Hello. Okay, the lady has kept her phone now. She kept the phone. You ran her pieces. Now it's time to highlight from the, what is it called? The plane. You blocked her, saying you have caused security on her. People are asking you what happened. Okay, the lady is trying to come. You will push her away. She's trying to pass. You will push her away. He's saying everybody, other person should pass. See, it's a part that they wanted the country to see. That is what they posted on. The truth be told, when those security people came, do you know what happened? That girl was very, very quiet. From the dragging of clothes to the slapping, that hair hostess literally slapped that lady. The lady did not even raise her. If not me, not be those way they say, I forbid her first man, I know say see what I really do. You smashed her on the floor, pushed her on the floor so people could step on her and pass, and you denied her. Then when people are trying to, okay, the security persons came, and there was a pastor in the board that was trying to you guys should calm down. This is not what happened. And the next thing that you could cover from your mouth was that you want me to use the man as as a example. whether you want me to use the man as an example, whether not two of them plan to come bring down the place. Hello, you insulted the lady, you slapped her, you even went ahead to call her prostitutes and the rest of things. Guy, please, is there a way that you guys could actually, I beg, see, if you get what I don't know, I want to take, if you feel do this, my voice must make people hear them, and I beg, I go happy where. But the truth is this, for me to come at it go hard me because in Nigeria matter, you know, see they be.
So guys, you heard for yourself what he had to say about what really happened in the plane, and you know, a whole lot of people were happy with this guy because he actually came out and he actually came to justify this girl and justify the act of her being angry at that certain moment where she did those things that she did and those things that we saw in that video, right? And the NCAA spokesperson, who happens to be Michael Achimugo, this is what he had to say after this young man came out to say what he had to say. Sequel to this, the passenger seated right next to the lady in the viral video has contacted me, also sent in his boarding pass and given his account of the event that transpired on the aircraft before departure. Some aspects of his testimony offer an opportunity to look at other perspectives of this case, especially the behavior of the other actor involved and the manner of passenger handling before the flight took off. Although he said he would release a statement later today, the authority has issued an LOI to the Ibom Air and will invite both airline and Eyewitness to a meeting. The Honorable Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development and the NCAA have a remarkable record of protecting the rights of all stakeholders in the industry and will continue to do so. One is glad that a truly verifiable witness has come forward, and his statement makes me glad not to have listened to most of the fake audios and claims flying around social media. There's a lot to unbundle and we'll get to the root of it. Rest assured that every culpable party in this case will be held accountable. So this was what Michael Achimugo had to say about the audio of this young guy. Now guys, this was the press statement that was made. Press statement: decision to withdraw criminal complaint against Ms. Comfort Emmanson and to address related matters. 1. In the last 48 hours, I have been in consultation with critical stakeholders in the aviation sector and those involved in the unfortunate incident regarding the unruly behavior of a certain individual at our airport of recent. 2. Though regrettable, we think valuable lessons have been learnt by all sides to these incidents, and the airport security protocol especially have been well enlightened for the traveling public. If nothing at all, the episode have undoubtedly helped to raise public awareness about appropriate conduct within aviation space. As highlighted in the previous statement on the last two incidents, clear wrongs were committed by both the offending passengers and staff of the airline involved from all the evidence available to us and those available to the public. It is clear that all the actors involved cannot continue to highlight the injuries or injustice done to them without acknowledging their own equal culpability. 5. Therefore, after reviewing the entire incident, including appeal made by well-meaning individuals and rumors shown by the actors, the following decision have been reached. The case of Ibom Airline and Mrs. Comfort Emmanson. A. In the case of the unruly passenger Mrs. Comfort Emmanson on the Ibom Airline on Sunday, the 10th of August 2025, I have conferred with Ibom Airline to withdraw the complaint against her today. When the police took her statement in presence of her lawyer, she exhibited great remorse for her conduct. B. Subsequent to the withdrawal of the complaint by the complainant, the CP of the airport command and the police prosecutor will immediately take the remaining steps to facilitate her release from Kirikiri prison within this week. C. I have also conferred with the leadership of the Airline Operators of Nigeria (AON) and have appealed to them to lift the lifetime flying ban imposed on her, to which they agreed. The details of the resolution will be made public by AON subsequently. The case of Value Jet and Wasiu Ayinde Marshal K1. D. In the case of Kwan1, the NCAA is to reduce his flight ban to 1 month period. Fan will also work with the music star with a view to engage him as an ambassador for proper airport security protocol going forward. Having publicly demonstrated penitence, the NCAA is also also to withdraw its criminal complaint against Kwan 1, earlier lodged with the police. F. In the case of Captain Olurentin Oguin, the co-pilot, the first officer Ivan Oloba of Value Jets, the NCAA is to restore their license after the same period of 1 month ban after undergoing some mandatory professional reappraisal. The details will be announced by the NCAA. Airline operators, aviation, and other government agencies. 6. I have directed all relevant aviation agencies in collaboration with other complementary agencies outside aviation to immediately begin a retreat next week to properly retain and repair our aviation security personnel on how to deal with errant and disruptive passengers and how to de-escalate potential explosive situations. The retreat will be fully covered by the press with the opportunity to ask all the relevant questions. The airline will also have their own section with the conduct and attitude of their staffs towards members of the traveling public will be in full focus. Final comment. 8. These above decisions were taken by the government and the airline operators purely on compassionate grounds, as government will never pander to base sentiments, political motivated view, or wrapped legal opinions when clear encroachments on our law are involved. We are also sending a clear message that we take safety and security in aviation sector very seriously, and we have decided to draw all line after these criminances. Festus Kayemu, San Con FCA Arab UK, Wednesday, August 13th, 2025. So guys, this was the memo that was sent after everything and after the meetings they had and everything. They decided to come to a conclusion. But another thing that I saw in this particular issue that just got resolved was in this country, Nigeria, you have to be connected, because somehow two persons committed the same crime. In fact, one's crime was even greater than another, but the one with greater crime had, of course, he was well connected. He was made an ambassador to the airline he actually committed this crime to. But the other one was just released, and thank God that the whole matter is resolved. And I'm also going to be showing you some videos of her release in a car driving home and her appreciating every single person that spoke on her behalf. And if this is the first time you're seeing this channel, guys, do not forget to like, subscribe, drop your comments also in the comment section, and do not also forget to turn on your notification to be the first to see our next video.
Truth is, but why are we surprised that it transpired this way? But this is Nigeria. When we say it here, some people shout, oh, we are hypocrites and all of that. But is this not the Nigeria we know? They aided one another. In fact, the lucky party here is that Comfort, this happened to her after something like Wasu had happened. Because if it has not happened, she will have just languished in jail for the fun of it. It's because we now posited equivalence and said, oh, the law that applied to Wasu, why shouldn't it apply to her? That's why she was lucky. But this is Nigeria now. Is this not the Nigeria that we know that security authorities will frame people? Are we acting like we don't know what goes on in Nigeria? Is this not the Nigeria that we know that EFCC will get into someone's apartment, destroy the person's property? How many of the rights have those people claimed in the name of looking for leads? Did this even one happen to a property owned by former president of the country, Olusegun Obasanjo? Is this not the country of selective justice? So why are we acting like this? In fact, the Kwan 1 case was already settled because since the apology, nobody was saying anything again. It was one of the public outcry. The IGP quickly now said, oh, let's start investigating the Kwan 1 case before they brought about this peace deal. I will never get to what was the investigation. And that was why I was saying that. Till today, has anybody checked what really happened with the Oshomole case? That's why when the Senate said they were going to investigate, I said, what's the Senate investigating? Is it the same Senate you and I know? Have they given us a report on what happened on the Oshomole case? So why are we talking like we don't know that this is Nigeria? Let me tell you what will probably... as regards the Oshomole case. By the Senate.
Yes.
They investigate their own colleague. But yeah, okay, don't worry. If you believe that, Dr. Abati, then you will believe anything in this country. But as regards all of this that is happening, we are not oblivious of what Nigeria has become. it's still a country for those at the top. This morning you were trying so hard to defend the EFCC. I'm also defending them. But the EFCC makes me laugh. The same EFCC that had cases that were chasing people, once they got into power, the EFCC stopped chasing them. It's not that those people have immunity till date. We know those cases. We can mention a lot of them. But we don't want to shatter the table this morning. So is it that those that have files that are very full in the EFCC, that are serving in this government, is it that the EFCC, they didn't see that file again or they forgot it? And they will wait till they finish serving. So that's the country we have built in totality. What will probably happen is they will say, comfort, you have been lucky, God has vindicated you. Just forget it. As guys, it was case, we will never set a precedent. They will also say, you know what, let's just allow it go. You know, he's apologized. Was it not government officials that were sharing Wasu's apology in the first place? People serving in government. Were they not the one that started sharing it since Friday? To err is human. It's not a government official that started sharing Wasu's apology.
Can only reduce the sentence.
Dr. Abati.
He is, or what is called allocutus.
Dr. Abati.
He does not translate
Dr.
into
Abati.
innocence.
Dr. Abati, in a crime of that nature committed against government, it's same government official that are coming to say to err is human, to err is human. So is that not the kind of country we live? So, see, to a large extent, we will never get to the end of this matter. That's the Nigeria I know. And it will happen again, and almost the same thing will happen again. Because till date, we don't even know in clear terms what a Wasu's charge sheet will have looked like staying in front of a plane. So once we have seen all of that, and that's why I say culture will use strategy for breakfast.
On October 1, you will be invited to entertain people
the president
during independence celebrations. That's when you get your answer.
Ambassador Kwamwan. And so, but today, Emma Loganu see me, Emma Yonu see me, Yonu Olorun. So, I beg. Let's continue. Let's stop fooling ourselves that we don't know what's going on in this country.
On that note, let's continue.
Now, police don't invite Egmont Kwamwan. But police, I have a question for you. Why do you have to wait till we shout before you go invite Egmont? So that means if we don't shout, that means you won't have invited him for questioning. That's a bad one. So that means Showore is right. Egbon Shutokun, you have done well for police. You've performed. Maybe you should go and retire so others can come up. Because we need others to fight for police welfare, police pension, police gratuity. Police have to get. Without police, we can't go anywhere. So, Egbon, you might have to leave that position. Why do we have to shout for you to investigate the obvious? Come on. Someone is in prison now and someone is working. What impression? What are you telling the world? That it can happen anyhow, anyway. Come on. Egbetokun, I think it's time to go. IG must go. So we can have new people to develop our police. I'm telling you, this is not going well. Why do you have to have social media to direct you on where to go, how to go, who to prosecute? Come on, you're killing the system, sir. I'm not scared. God bless you. Let's do the needful.